Good morning. My name is Carson Clutie. I'm in my sixth year of education and first year in my current role of Director of Career Pathways at Hampton Public Schools. There I teach sophomore, junior, and senior career classes. But what I feel more importantly is set up mentorships with seniors and people that are in careers in our community and in the surrounding communities so that students may get an idea of what they're interested in before they graduate. Obviously, with that impacts their post-secondary plans, whether they go straight into the workforce or need some kind of post-secondary education. It has been a rewarding job so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. As far as extra responsibilities go, I coach football and basketball, and also have two kids at home. Cooper is 3 and Carter is 1, and they obviously take up quite a bit of my non-school time, which I wouldn't change. I love them, and they're a blast. Who has had the most influence on me? Professionally speaking, I would have to say, first and foremost, my wife. She's a third grade teacher. She has also taught second grade and kindergarten in her time in education, and she is one of the most creative and caring people I know. The reason I respect her so much is twofold. First of all, she's, as I said, very creative, and so I might come to her and say, hey, I want my students to know this, and give her the objective that I want them to know, but I can't really think of the steps sometimes in order to get them to meet that objective. And I don't want students just filling out a worksheet and doing something that, I want real life application. And she's come up with numerous ways, both in the social studies classroom that I had the past 5 years and in my current job, of helping students understand content and applying it to their own life based on different assignments that we've done, different objectives and other things that she's helped me do, and I appreciate that a lot. And also, secondly, she's also cares for kids. And I could talk the rest of 5 minutes about how much she cares for kids, but that's been a big influence on me. And the second professional influence I've had is my principal that I had years 2 through 4. And Mr. Weber, again, why I respect him so much and why he had an influence on me is he, even in a position where as a principal, you need that discipline instilled in your school, he still was able to care for kids. And in the time since he's been my principal, I've seen that more and more, how important it is that you give kids a second chance. Because in education, that might be the turning point in their life where they are headed one direction, they mess up, where the world has thrown them out. We give them a second chance, and that might be all they need. So those two are big influencers on me. The result of my personality test, I do agree with for the most part. Extroversion is where I was rated the highest, where I rated myself the highest, along with conscientiousness. I might dock myself on extroversion a little bit just because of that usually depends on the situation I am, on how outgoing I am. But more than that, but taking that all into consideration, I think those are my two highest. And agreeableness is right up there with you. My wife might disagree with that, but yeah, that's kind of where it's at. I think my highest goes along with my leadership theories of laissez-faire leadership and also authentic leadership, because both of these more or less have to do with getting to know, whether it's, as a principal, getting to know your staff, whether it's a teacher, getting to know your students, and whether you're a boss, getting to know your employees and the people who work for you. Both of these leadership theories go hand in hand in getting to know them so that you know their strengths, and then taking more of a hands-off approach. Hands-off does not necessarily, in my opinion, mean uninvolved. It means recognizing that as a leader, you don't know everything, and allowing people who are creative to be creative, who are good problem solvers to solve the problems that you might, have a different viewpoint on. So I think those leadership theories that I have do go hand in hand with the personality results that I have, and that's why I think after researching many of the ones on the list, these are the two that I settled on. Because, again, conscientiousness, as I rated myself the highest on, that means I'm willing to get to know people that consider me a leader. If it's my students, I like to get to know them. And if it comes to projects or assignments, really trust them to get the job done. So I hope this explanation makes sense. If not, please read through my assignment. But thank you so much for listening. I'm excited to get to know all of you throughout this very short class. Thanks.